guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kujin Cosplay, and today we are watching with you guys Better Call Saul!
Episode 7, Bingo!
Bingo!
Last episode, what happened?
Mike!
This guy, like, in the entire Breaking Bad series, we never actually saw him shed a tear or appear sad or anything.
He was always the tough one, and
it was a punch in the gut last episode. Holy shit! So we learned about his son. His son was killed, and he probably believes it's his fault. Or it's not his fault, but he kind of made him agree to a deal that his son was really against before his death. And it was for nothing because he ended up dying anyway.
He tempted him, according to his own words.
He tempted it. He tainted him.
Yeah.
So, Mike is a broken character. I love that we get to see his past. I'm sad that he has such a bad past, but I'm happy we got to see it, and I want more of that. But I feel now we might go back to Jimmy now that we've been with Mike the entire episode. We barely saw Saul last episode, so
yeah, not so much.
Yeah. So and about Saul, well, Chuck, we know now about his illness, and we know that he's aware of what Saul is doing, but Jimmy is pretty much convinced that now his time as Slippin' Jimmy is over, and he's gonna be doing this the right way from now on. Yeah, we'll see about that. Alright, without further ado, let's jump into episode 7 and see what Bingo is about. I feel like the guys we saw, we were supposed to know them or something. Were we supposed to know them?
Probably from Breaking Bad, but it's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hand it over. Now, before that happens...
Hand it over.
Yep.
Oh. Hey, I've got it right here.
Is this it?
Wait till I get you back to Philadelphia.
I'm confused. The state of Pennsylvania can extradite people for returning lost property? Wow. That is one bold legislature.
You know he knows what's going on.
About what you found in here?
You're safe, counselor. And I no longer require your services.
You're kidding, right? What, you think you're going to defend yourself?
It's in someone else's hands.
What, like God?
No.
Please don't say Hamlin, McGill.
I appreciate your help. Go home, go to bed. Send me a bill.
Oh, I'm sending you my bill. I'm sending it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't believe it. Chuck, you up there? Hello?
I'm not here.
Did he say out here?
112, 113.
Holy shit, what are you
114.
doing?
115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120. Go, inside. I've been attempting to build up a tolerance for electromagnetic fields.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, like taking small doses of poison to build up an immunity.
Is that a real thing? Because that does not.
Almost the same, yeah.
It's a real thing. Anyway, 2 days ago I could barely stand 30 seconds. I'm trying to get up to 5 minutes by next week.
It's one way to
But why now?
fight this.
After what? I almost lost everything, Jimmy. I can't go on like this. I have to find a way to get better.
Yeah.
I've got to. I have to get back to work. Sitting here, rotting away. This is no kind of life for me.
All
For
right.
anyone. I need to be useful again.
I also feel like the timing with him going back to Slipping Jimmy and making his scam is not for nothing. Almost like he can't count on him to take care of him, so he has to take care of himself. I might be reading too much into this, but...
What's all this?
It's just some case files. I'm out of room at the office. I don't want to leave them in the car. There's a lot of sensitive information.
You're not planning to leave him here.
I'll get these out of here as quick as I can. I just need to file the 413s on some of these wills, and I'll be out of your hair.
413.
Personal property statements.
You mean 513s?
Yeah, sorry. I was just working with these seniors. Maybe the dementia's contagious.
At least people are calling him.
So,
At least.
You think he
Don't
left it
you
there so
dare.
he could look into this?
You think?
I don't know. He left it in the middle of the room, right after he said, I need to go back to work and stuff. He's obviously like...
Maybe if his mind is occupied to something else, he won't think much about his condition.
Yeah. He's itching to go back to work, so that might help. You
Yeah.
see? A nicer version of Slippin' Jimmy.
Wow.
Hi, cutie.
It's a clean slate. Put the reception desk right here. Get some comfortable seating for the clients.
Okay, no, we know he's not gonna get that.
Yeah, I like the open. This is me.
I love it.
It's such a nice place.
Gotta
really.
look successful to be successful, am I right?
Well, this definitely looks like success.
Good view.
Great view.
And I want you to see this one.
He's got one for her.
Oh.
If she wants to join.
Here we are.
This is way better than the other one.
You think?
Yeah, who goes in here? Because I'd be all up in here if I were you.
For her. It's for her.
I was saving it for someone.
Who?
Well, my partner.
Your partner? Who would that be?
She knows.
Well, you said you were interested in elder law.
Oh.
That is so... You know I've got a lot invested at HHM. With what's going on now, I'm closer than ever to partner, like maybe 2 years, and I'm in.
Yeah, but he's offering
I
it
know.
now.
You know, they put me through law school. I feel like I owe them. Actually, I do owe them. Literally, you know. But it's a nice start, Jimmy.
I can understand why
she wants it,
she
but-
stays though.
Yeah.
But it's a huge risk for her.
I think it's more that she's loyal to the other firm. It's a risk, but I mean, he's getting business, and she would get a lot more recognition and money if she was a partner at a firm. And right now, she knows that she might become a partner at HHM, but it's going to take years, and she has the loyalty thing.
I think your chances of getting a favorable ruling from a jury are very slim.
What does that mean?
We're not in a great position to win at trial.
In any case, I think we've managed to come up with a deal that is very favorable under the
A
circumstances.
deal. I hate that terminology. A deal is what they got OJ.
Well, Betsy, maybe we should,
It's
you know,
terrible
hear it.
term.
Oh my god.
What kind of deal?
If the prosecution decides to file, which is definitely the direction this seems to be headed, and if they choose to stack charges, Craig, you're looking at 30 years in prison.
30 years?
After much discussion with the DA, who is also invested in keeping the press to a minimum, we have arrived at an arrangement, which would include 16 months in a county facility.
16 months.
It's better than
Down
30 years,
30 years.
dumbass.
And you most likely
But he would have to say he was guilty.
Oh my
admitting
god.
and making the county.
Go stuff herself with donuts or something.
Making the county whole.
I'd like to emphasize again that this deal is Craig's best chance of minimizing jail time.
You're telling us there are drug dealers and murderers walking the streets, but instead of going after them, they want to put an innocent man in jail.
There's no
You
other...
stole the freaking money.
Sorry, I think.
There is no money. There never was. You have to take this to trial.
Look, you have a difficult, but nevertheless straightforward choice to make here.
I mean, if he wants to do
If you
30
go to trial,
years,
you'll most
let him
likely-
do that.
And Craig goes to prison.
What are they gonna say?
Why don't I give you a few moments to discuss this?
You're
I know it's a
fired.
big decision.
We don't need to discuss it. You're fired.
I knew it! Holy shit! Just let them do 30 years. I wonder if Saul can do something. And yeah, I still call him Saul, I'm sorry.
Down here, please stop following us.
Oh, she's a bitch! Yeah.
Deja vu. Hello again. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
So how may I be of service?
Well, we would like to hire you as our attorney, Mr. McGill.
You said that you would fight for us. You were adamant.
You promised to get us a not guilty verdict.
Don't think I exactly promised that.
You said we would be client number one, morning, noon, or night.
Yes, and I meant what I said.
Back
at the
then.
time, but times change.
But we've already paid you a retainer.
Oh, fuck you.
Haha.
Fuck you.
Right. A retainer.
That is what you called it. That was your specific terminology.
Oh, fuck you.
Could you excuse me for a moment?
Oh, they're... Oh! He doesn't have a
struggle,
choice,
yeah.
because they could... I mean, if they say anything...
Hey there. Mr. and Mrs. Cuckoo Bananas just offered me the plum job of defending them.
They came to you?
Yeah, I know.
I know this is a lot to ask, but you have to convince them to come back to HHM.
I do, huh?
Yes. Please, it's important.
What's it
Isn't
worth?
that one of the guys that the police is looking for?
Because they think
think
they can win
yes.
this case, but they can't.
I am very sorry, but I'm afraid I can't take your case. My schedule is just chock full. You can't hide a big bag of cash forever, and you certainly will never be able to spend any of it. So, go back to HHM, apologize to Ms. Wexler, and for Christ's sakes, take the deal.
If there were any money.
Lady, enough.
If there were any money, there would have to be a full accounting of it. Every penny would have to be present.
Oh my god. Oh.
Every.
Bitch.
You understand?
Oh, you bitch!
That includes the 30,000.
Cranky as he gets it. We're in this
It's
together,
tempted
Mr.
already.
Miguel. Come what may. Now, where do we begin?
Oh, he shot himself in the foot.
Oh, and Kim is not gonna like that. And he can't tell her. What is he gonna do?
You called Mike for this?
Having Mike to help is genius though. Like that's your payment. And what did he spray on it?
Fingerprints?
Something for the fingerprints, yeah?
Probably,
When you've got Mike on your side, can you lose?
never.
Actually, funny enough, in Breaking Bad, it's after they killed Mike that stuff really went to shit.
Coincidence? I think not.
That's, yeah. Alright.
Ta-da! Bring the cash.
Now what? Let's see.
Oh. All of it.
What are you doing? The right thing.
So that's how he let go of the office.
What did you do with it?
Let me see. It's on its way to the DA's desk right about now.
What? You thief!
Takes one to know one, doesn't it?
How dare you?
Luckily, we have a very talented lawyer who has found a way to minimize the damage you've brought upon yourselves.
Oh, you're fired.
Oh, I quit already. No, I'm talking about Kim Wexler now. You're going to go back to her. You're going to apologize for your hasty decision to terminate her services, and you're going to fall on her mercy and take that deal.
We'll tell about the bribe you took.
You could do that.
He gave it back.
You absolutely could, and I'd be in a mess of trouble. A real pickle. But so would you.
It was all me.
No, it wasn't. I'll make sure everyone knows that.
Oh my god, he's got them.
No, it's not over. Let's find another lawyer.
Betsy.
No. We don't have to put up with this.
Oh my goodness.
I will not be treated this way.
Betsy.
You are goddamn
The kids.
guilty.
You dug your own grave. You made it worse. I can feel compassion for criminals depending on why they did their crime. In their case, they already had a lot. I don't see a reason for their stupidity. So I'm not...
People are sometimes greedy.
I'm actually feeling
What
more
did you
sad
expect?
about Jimmy giving it all up, losing the office and everything, because he's doing the right thing. He's giving Kim her case back, making sure she still has a chance.
Yeah.
You'll get an inflatable Statue of Liberty.
Law offices of James M. McGill, how may I direct your call?
Gotta keep on doing this.
It's really harsh though when you're doing the right thing and end up losing everything that you worked for. No wonder that sometimes people tend to go on the wrong path.
Yeah, but if there is one thing I learned from Breaking Bad, and it's obviously the same here in Better Call Saul, is that your decisions will always come back to bite you in the ass. You gotta really think things through. He took that bribe. He took it, and now, I mean, he's gotta live with the consequences. Of course, he could have kept it, and I mean, tried to defend them, but it was a losing cause, and it was not the right thing to do, and he still felt bad about it.
It was a losing cause because the man was a goddamn idiot. They got proof everywhere that he was the culprit.
There was nothing he could have done. Like, he was gonna lose that case, and it was gonna look bad. And then Kim was gonna lose her position, and she was gonna lose it all. Like, they were not gonna fire her, but holy shit, it's almost the same. And she worked so hard for this, so I feel like because he loves her so much, he felt really bad about this, and the only reason why he took their case was because of the bribe, because they had him. They would have sold him out. Like, they would have got him to prison or anything. They would have taken him down with them. So he took him, and that's why Kim ended up losing it. So I feel like he's doing the right thing, of course, but doing the right thing is not always the easier solution. It's sad that he's losing it. It's sad that he's...
That's to the Killman.
Oh my god, I swear. I'm really happy though. As much as I think it's really sad that Saul, he was on the verge of finding, his office and having a new beginning, and he was finally in a good place, and now he's losing this because he's doing the right thing. But that makes me sad for Saul, but holy shit, does it make me feel good about the Kelmans going down.
Oh my god, yes!
Oh my god, they needed a reality check fast.
That woman! Can I slap her?
Oh, I've been wanting to slap her the entire episode. They were so deluded. But anyway, but like I said, I mean, Saul, he's just back to square one, which is, I mean, it's one thing that's been coming back a lot with him. He tries and he tries and he tries, and he was working these public defendants cases in the beginning.
Yeah.
And no matter what he does, like no matter how hard he works, he never gets anything as a reward for this. Like, he never gets anywhere, and
he gets a bit of every single time, but not enough to start something right.
No, that's the thing. He still works in a crappy office. He sleeps in that freaking office. Yeah. His brother is finally starting to look okay. Like, he's finally doing something to change and heal himself, which is good, but before that, I mean, Saul had to take care of a brother that did not want to listen or did not want to help himself. So everything was against Saul.
That he's trying to make look that he's doing better because he heard that Saul might maybe send him to
We'll talk about this in a sec.
Hospice.
We'll talk about this because I think the timing is weird, but although his reason was pretty good. But still, I feel like Saul right now, well, Jimmy, no matter what he does, he always loses. Well, not loses as in loses cases, but no matter the efforts he puts in, there's never any reward. And because he took that bribe, because he went back to slipping Jimmy just for a little bit, it was finally looking good. He was going to get his office, maybe a chance to work with Kim, although she was too loyal to leave. But, I mean, it's still a possibility. He was finally getting somewhere. And now, I mean, it's coming back to bite him in the ass. So it's the same as the first episode. No matter what he does, he never gets anywhere. Because right now, it's not like he lost everything. He still has his deals with the elderly. It still works out. But it's the same as, I still got to put in all the efforts and still no rewards. Still got to work in the crappy office.
Even though you're going down, you need to get back up and try again, no matter what.
Yeah, like you said.
There's a Chinese proverb that says, when you went down 7 times, you get up 8 times. That's a weird proverb, I know, but it's so true, technically.
The fact that he can keep going, keep doing this, means that he's really strong. And, I mean, we saw it at the end. Like, even though he's having a breakdown and he's crying and he's not feeling well, business still has to go. You know, he still has to appear okay. So he goes again with that fake voice
so
and let's go.
When you had to keep pretending.
I mean, yeah. It's his job. When you're a lawyer, you cannot bring your problems to the table. You cannot put your personal life in the middle of your business. That's not professional at all. So if he keeps working, eventually it's gonna get better. We know he gets an office eventually. It's not the same.
What an office he will have.
I mean, it's not the same, but it's very Saul. Maybe not Jimmy, but it's very Saul, and that's who he's gonna become. So
yeah.
He's in a good place in the future as much as possible. He could have been the new Chuck McGill. He could have been the new guy from a new firm that's just as good as HHN.
HHN, yeah.
But sometimes, I mean, you gotta accept that you were not dealt the cards to have this life. Like, you don't have this life, it doesn't mean you can have a good life. You just gotta make a path of your own and keep going forward. Now, Chuck, I feel like I said, his reason for doing this is good. No, but it's good, but the timing...
It's too big of a coincidence.
Although, I mean, everything did happen at the same time, so it could be both. It could be a little bit of both. But I feel like, I mean, he was disappointed. Like 2 episodes ago, he clearly was disappointed, and he was... I think he kind of had no choice but to accept that his brother went back to his old ways, and there was nothing he could do about it. But if he goes back to his firm, if he goes back on his feet and starts working again, there's a chance that at least he won't depend on Saul, on Jimmy. So, I don't know, like, I want to believe that maybe Chuck is doing this because he really doesn't want to redo that scene with the police officers. But I can't help but feel that maybe... I don't know. There's a little voice in my head that's even saying maybe he just wants to make him pay for what he did, doesn't want to let him go without repercussions, and I'm like, nah, come on, I won't go there, but
Nobody's is all black or white in that kind of show.
No, but I'm saying, like, maybe if he goes back to work and stuff, that's a way for him to finally regain that independence that he used to have, because now he's depending on him a lot, and there's nothing he can do when Jimmy is doing Slip and Jimmy things, when he's doing scams like the billboards and stuff. He has to let him do his thing, because right now he's not working and he's depending on him, so he can't antagonize him. But if he goes back on his feet, he won't be in this position anymore. So I'll let it go. I'll try to see where this is going. I'm actually really happy that he's trying to get better. At least
he is trying.
I'm just a bit scared for Jimmy when it comes to the reasons why he's doing it. I'm happy for him. I'm really happy. I'm happy for Jimmy as well when he's seeing his brother try to get back on his feet, and Jimmy leaving the cases behind because he knows that that's gonna get him pumped up a little bit, and that's gonna motivate him to work harder and longer on his recovery. So this is cool. Alright, this is good so far. Like, I'm liking this. Some people, I mean, a lot of you guys were saying that the first couple of seasons were slow. But you were saying the same with Breaking Bad, and I really enjoyed the first seasons of Breaking Bad. So
I do too.
And I mean, Mike working with Jimmy, this is great. This is so cool because we get to see who they used to be, and we know where they're going, but they're not there yet. So they surprise us. Like, we kind of expect things from them. We expect them to do a couple things, and then they do something completely different, especially like Jimmy, because he's not Saul.
They're not there yet.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But that keeps things interesting, So I feel like they're doing a really good job at doing a prequel.
It's funny because a few of you guys told us that we shouldn't be expected to see Saul that sooner in the show.
Oh, I don't.
Or to stop wishing to see Saul because that's Jamie's time right now. And
totally
I
see
thought
that.
about it, and what was fun with Breaking Bad because we didn't know where the show will bring us and where Walter will become as a character through the end of it. But with Jamie / Saul Goodman, we know where he ends up, and
Ends
with
up, yeah.
Better Call Saul as a show, it's like with some kind of psychiatrist. We learned everything that happened from the beginning to the end, and we understood the reason why he became Saul Goodman.
Yeah, it's not about being surprised, it's about discovering what led to this moment. Figuring things out.
Yeah.
How come he changed? And that's an interesting take on a show. I think it's a really good thing that they're doing. They're doing a good job.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's already on Patreon. The link is in the description.
So you know the trail. If you want to watch it now, you go down there, you click, and you subscribe, or you wait for the next one to be up on YouTube.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.
See you soon, guys.